what's going down, world? It's your main man, Floyd. Be back at it once again, man. Let's talk about some stuff, man. Let's have a great time. How you doing today? I hope work was good. I hope school was good, whatever you went to do today. Hope everything went well. Thank y'all for tuning in, watching this video. We'll get straight to it because I know you guys ain't got a lot of time. I'm reviewing why your phone is making you sad. This not music. This not sports. Something different. So let's check it out. Let's see what he's talking about. Let's get it.
Just 15 years ago, only 20% of people accessed the internet from their phone. Now, it's up to 91%. Adults spend...
Whoa. Hold on, let's get back to that.
From their phone. Now, it's up to 90...
So, as y'all can see, we're starting off talking about the phone, right? People accessing the internet 15 years ago. Wasn't that long ago, bro. 20% was using their phone, and now it's 91%. So now we way more connected. The phone is more easier to use. So, you know, more people, more problems. Let's continue this video.
81%. Adults spend 11 hours per day interacting with media. 71% of people never turn off their phone. 31% of people admit to not being able to control their phone use. And 17.3% of parents spend more time on their phone than with their children. Our brain...
That's the truth. That's the truth. We spend a lot of time with our phone. Let's go back to that little drawing he had. But yeah, man, I don't turn my phone off. I leave it on just for family, emergency, stuff like that. Can I stop? I get off my phone, try to take breaks, try to read, try to watch something, try to look at something, write, you know. I got a little timer at my desk I like to use. I love it. It's like 30 minutes, but it's like, let me get peace, let me relax, stuff like that. Let's talk about this though. Like, our phone is very vital because we want to stay connected. We don't want to miss nothing. We don't want to like we falling off or we messing up or we not putting the work in, not learning. It's always so much going through a human's brain. But I think the time away from the phone is very beneficial. And this is my thoughts. This is how I feel. But this is just like, you know, you got to decompress. You got to open up your mind. You got to do something different, man, because you can't be addicted to that. You know what I'm saying? Always on the phone. Always checking notification. I was getting that phone call. Everything is like, you're going to have to miss something. I try to think about like back in the 90s, like, if people even really care that much, like they was just so focused on their lives, they really care about what the other man was doing as much as we do now. We care about what everybody else is doing. We want to talk about what they got going, what beef, what, you know, problems. Everybody wants to just go in and talk about what everybody else is doing because they want to distract themselves from what they really got going on. That's the deep subject though. Let's keep the video going.
Than with their children. Our brains have not evolved to deal with these devices. The science behind why we are also compulsively addicted to our phones is freaking scary. So today, first up, we're going to explain the new research about how your phone is changing your brain, why it's making you more bored, sad, unable to focus, and why you can't go anywhere without it. Then we'll try...
Wow. Man, they got to study. A lot of people do be bored. A lot of people be on the gram, I'm bored. A lot of people be on TikTok, I'm bored. A lot of people just be in life, I'm bored. Like, somebody hit you like, I'm bored today. Like, what? You bored? Like, bro, you grown. How you bored? Something to do. My bad. I'm just going off my thoughts, man. These are all my thoughts. Just think about it like that.
Try to figure out if you are actually addicted to your phone clinically. And at the end of the episode, go over the top 3 best research-backed tips to decrease phone use and gain back control of your life. First up, what your phone's doing to your brain. We've all heard of the neurotransmitter dopamine as that feel-good...
I heard about that a long time ago. Dopamine. It's like drugs. Crack. Yeah. Never done drugs in my life. But remember that dopamine just hit different hit. Way different hit.
Good reward chemical in your brain, but it also plays a major role in motivating behavior. Genetically engineered mice, unable to make dopamine, will not even seek out food and starve to death when the food is placed just inches from their mouths. Dopamine is therefore important in our motivation to do evolutionarily beneficial behaviors like have sex, eat food, or have good social interactions with people.
Hey, those are good motivating factors. Very good ones.
Also, to be clear, high dopamine substances don't actually have dopamine in them, but they trigger the release of dopamine in your brain. Chocolate, for example, increases the basal dopamine of a rat in a box by 55% and sex by 100%. And there are 3 main pathways in your brain that involve the neurotransmitter dopamine. They're called the mesocortical, mesolimbic, nigrostriatal pathways. These
mesocortical, I messed up. Let's go back. Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
And there are three main pathways in your brain that involve the neurotransmitter dopamine. They're called the mesocortical, mesolimbic,
mesocortical,
nigrostriatal pathway.
nigrostriatal. Remember these three: mesocortical, mesolimbic, and nigrocortical. I messed all that up, but look like very important highways to your brain that the phone is just making you know, feel good. Let me check it. Let me see somebody hit me up. Somebody text. Somebody call me. Y'all forgive me. I'm up late recording. All right, we're giving it to y'all raw, man, on the Fly Tail podcast.
These become activated when anticipating and experiencing rewards. And the thing is that every time you get a notification, laugh at a funny TikTok video, or get a follower on Instagram, these neuronal processes in your brain become stronger through a process called long-term potentiation. Smart?
Long-term potentiation. Oh my God, I'm getting smarter, man. I need to watch videos of y'all more often.
Smartphones give us an unlimited supply of dopamine and stimuli to these specific pathways in our brain. Therefore, these pathways in our brain are getting stronger. You now watch hundreds of pieces of content on TikTok in a few minutes. You scroll through Twitter seeing memes, images, jokes at record speed, or you interact with large group of friends in group chats or on Instagram DMs. All of those things are releasing dopamine in those brain pathways, making them stronger, and you're getting these feelings without ever having to leave the house. All you have to do is be on your phone to get that neurological impact. And it has been found that this could be leading to a sad malaise and depression with...
Right, because it's like a fake hit. It's like you feel like you're interacting, but you're really not. You feel like, oh, this person's following me, but you're not. Like the TikTok videos is funny, the Instagram videos is funny, but it's not real. It's something that's just like temporary. It's a good, funny, laugh, joke, or whatever, but it's not fulfilling to what you need on a day-to-day basis. Some people just live on their phone and don't talk to nobody. I know people like that.
Life. Rats in a diverse, novel, stimulating environment have a proliferation of dopamine release compared to those who are in their same old lab cage. But if those same rats are pre-treated with a dopamine stimulant before entering this enriched novel environment, they fail to show the synaptic changes that happens with the novel stimulating environment. Because we're having constant dopamine hits from our phone, the novel aspects of our day-to-day life become less exciting. On top of it, new studies have found that these phones are decreasing our attention spans, making it harder for us to focus and harder for us...
Shorter videos, shorter content. People can't watch a music video no more. It's crazy. Like everything is just short. It's crazy. Yeah, people that though. Everything is just chopped up in half because they want to get into your mind. They want to get into your mind faster. It's just you just need an unlimited feed of content to have a decent day, and it's not really decent because it's a fake hit. It's weird, but I like it. This dude's pretty smart too.
Us to delay gratification. Known as delay discounting, people who use their phones more are more likely to think that the value of a reward goes down the longer you have to wait for it. The pursuit of constant pleasure can lead to anhedonia, the inability to feel pleasure of any kind. A study from 2 years ago found that young people who spend 7 hours or more a day interacting with their screens are twice as likely to be diagnosed with depression or anxiety than those...
Yeah, because you just think it's going to get better, but it's really not. In reality, then once good things happen to you, you see, this get weird, dog. Let's talk about it. I want to talk about it. I want to
use screens more moderately. A 2018 study found that students who trimmed their use of social media to 30 minutes a day had significant improvements in well-being. Cell phone use is positively associated with anxiety and results in negative association with willingness to engage in face-to-face communication. Teens who spend 5 hours daily on their mobile devices are 71% more likely to develop risk factors for suicide compared to those who only use their devices for an hour. Increased TikTok use has been linked to increased upward social comparison, which is comparing yourself to others online who seem to have better lives than you.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy, man. Stop comparing yourself to people you don't even know. That's crazy. Comparison is the thief of joy. I've been saying that for a long time. I don't never try to compare myself to anybody on social media because they don't got my DNA makeup. I am sorry and I am very feel bad for you. I don't care about what you got, what you're doing, whatever. It's my life, it's your life. After I'm gone, then I'm gone. Same with you. No matter how much money left, they're just going to divide your money up. So stop comparing yourself. Let's go.
or a fear of missing out. This can make you want to check your phone even more, as the short-term addictive dopamine-driven hits create feedback loops that make you compulsively check for notifications more. And these apps are designed to give you that dopamine hit so you compulsively check for them. You might notice that every time you go on Instagram or TikTok, there's a new like notification. They'll hold those likes back so that every time you go on, they show you that someone has interacted with your page. Now, let's find out if you are in fact addicted to your phone. Researchers use dopamine as a measure for how addictive a substance can be, and since we now know that your phone is constantly giving you dopamine hits, this is why researchers and clinicians are worried about the addictive potential of your phone. Addiction, broadly defined, is the continued and compulsive consumption of a substance or behavior despite its harm to yourself or others.
It's a great definition. Great definition. Some of us know, some of us don't know we're addicted until we are addicted, but continued and compulsive consumption and harm to self or others. I mean, you're going to keep on doing it no matter if it hurts you and anybody else.
And these next 5 questions are important to understand if you are in fact addicted to your phone. Number 1, do you have cravings? Do you want to look at your phone at the expense of other activities such as talking to your partner, talking to your kids, talking to a barista, working out, or interacting with friends? Salience. Does your phone impact your mood? Are you happier when you get lots of likes? Are you sad or angry if you get less likes on a post? Does a picture of someone else trigger your mood to change for the worse? This is a serious concern because this means that your phone can be controlling your life.
That's not good.
If you've been in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead.
Man, don't call the attorney, use the AI app. Not there yet. Coming soon though.
I notice that this can happen to me. I post and I'm looking to see how many likes it gets. I see a photo of someone else having a really good time and maybe I'm having a bad day and it makes me feel worse. I'm like, okay, so I guess I might be addicted to my phone. Call.
Maybe. I did do that at first. I ain't gonna lie. With the Fly Tip podcast first drop, 92 kids, I would check my phone constantly for the likes, for the shares. Then I see other people talking about 50-50 marriages, getting crazy amounts of likes and shares. I'm just, But then I had to learn, like, let's not focus on the views. Let's focus on putting the content out. Let's focus on having fun. Let's focus on doing this because you want to, put your thoughts on record, on the internet, so can nobody dispute them. So I had to kind of get out of that comparison thing and looking at other people and trying to let that control my day. It can get very depressing. I was like that at a point, I can truly admit.
Tolerance. Do you need to spend increasing amounts of time on your phone? This isn't your fault if this is true, because this can happen because of the neuroadaptation of the dopamine systems in your brain.
Mm-hmm.
It means that you need more phone checking, more new apps in order to get the same amount of pleasure you might have needed before. Withdrawal. Do you feel angry, or maybe you can't focus, or you're uneasy when you don't have access to or are on your phone? This also isn't your fault, because if you are used to checking your phone, numerous studies have found that putting down your phone can trigger the release of cortisol. This hormone can make you feel stressed. Therefore, to get rid of this anxious feeling that the cortisol is giving you, you pick up your phone to see if anything has happened or changed. Putting down the phone doesn't shut off your brain. Our phone addiction doesn't stop when we put down our phone. In some cases, it can make us more aware of it. And finally, relapse. Do you try to decrease your phone use?
Yeah, man, when you put it down for a while, you're going to look at it. It's crazy because you're like, oh, snap, why, man. I might be missing out something on my phone. I might be missing I might miss the next famous drama or something that's going on. But, you know what I'm saying? At relapse, you're going to grab that phone again.
And find that you can't. I also relate to this one. I have tried so many different ways to decrease my phone use, and it feels like I always end up back where I started. If you think that this could be you in any way, you are not alone. 78% of people in a recent poll said they could not live without their phone. But we can change this. Our brains have neuroplasticity. We can rewire our brains.
Let's work on it. Can I live on my phone? Probably not, but let's see how we can fix that.
So these are the top 3 scientific backed tips to try and decrease your phone use. To start, there is a lot of varied research about how long it takes to change these brain pathways in your brain. Some people say a month, some people say 3 months, some studies say 2 years. So this is a long process. And since we can't fully have abstinence from our phones, it's how we talk to our family, to our kids, these tips are rooted in the fact that you will have to continue to use your phone. Chronological binding. Rats given unlimited access to cocaine gradually increase lever pressing for more cocaine over time to the point of physical exhaustion and even death. Rats who have access to cocaine for only one.
Wow. We got a crazy comparison. I just thought about that. Rats and cocaine. Wow. Okay. Let's keep it going.
1 hour per day, use steady amounts over time and don't press the lever for more cocaine per unit time. Restricting phone use to narrow units of time, 1 hour per day for example,
The rat got swole off. I'm confused, but
may be the key to avoid compulsive, elevating phone consumption that comes with the unlimited access we have to our phones. This way, you can keep up with your DMs, text your friends, make plans, and let people know you're putting your phone away. The science says your brain can readapt and gain better control this way. Physical binding. If you think that there are certain trigger apps, such as Instagram or TikTok, that you want to not use for a month, you log out and give your password to a friend or family. Therefore, you have to ask them for it back to use these apps. Other physical binding technique.
that's crazy. Cause if I don't know, I'll probably lock it away somewhere, but never for what? I don't know. Yeah, you give it to your family and friends. Don't just mess with you. I give it to your family. Let them have that password. They ain't gonna look. I promise they won't.
Things are turning off your phone at 9 p.m. and putting it in a drawer until the next day. Sometimes the compulsiveness comes from how close the phone is to you physically. Another thing is to work with people within your house, whether it's roommates or family, to have deviceless meals. Categorical binding, trying to make your phone mean less to you. One easy thing to do is to put it on grayscale so it becomes more boring. Only check social media, dating apps, or high dopamine reward apps on your computer so your phone is for texting, emails, and more boring stimuli. Also, delete any apps that you find meaningless or that you're wasting time on and you don't even care about. Make sure your phone is not your alarm, that is too meaningful of a concept, and charge your phone in a cumbersome area overnight, maybe in a drawer that you can't access. A lot of this research is flooding in now because people are really concerned. If you are finding that your phone is having a negative impact on your life, just know you aren't alone and study those 3 steps and choose which ones are best for you. Leave a comment below about what's working for you, what's not. This is a discussion that I think we all need to continue to have and help each other out. Now, if you want more information about how your phone is actually changing your body, we made a podcast about how it could be causing us to hunch. It could be making us nearsighted. These are all just insane impacts that these things that we're all obsessed with and so recently have come into our lives have affected.
Okay, I think that's the video, but let's talk about it. So your phone, man, very important device we use every day. Are we addicted? I think as a society, we kind of very dependent on the phones. We want to, be on the phone daily. We want to make sure that we take notes on the phone. We work on the phone, all that stuff. But I think addiction is to the social media, though. That attention, that dopamine hit, that like, that share. That's where addiction lies. If you just use your phone for what it needs to be, business, communicate with family, it's different. But the dopamine comes from social media, man. That comparison, man. You see that Lambo and you driving a Honda. You see that boy got on Javinci's and you got on one of those. It's just that comparison just messes you up a little bit. I'm here to say I'm not here to make it wrong or right. I'm just knowing, I'm speaking from personal experience, that sometimes comparing yourself can be the worst thing you can do to yourself because you just put yourself at an unfair advantage to mimic somebody that you'll never want to be like. You don't want their experiences. You don't want their failures. So you can't want what they got going on either. You kind of got to move at your own place, do what you do, stay focused. Use the phone as a tool and let it use you. It's easy said and done because we always on our phone look for the next text message, look for the next notification, look for the next like, next share, somebody lurking on the ground, somebody lurking on our Facebook, somebody hitting us up. We want to get into discussion and argue with strangers online. Like I saw people are mad at Casanat for getting love at the NBA All-Star game. They're like, why are streamers up? People like to watch people stream. People like to watch people talk. It's a different day and time. So yeah, relax. So this is just a different video I want to show you guys. Like I said, why your phone is making you sad. I just wanted to, bring it to attention of everybody and just kind of do something different with the podcast. I feel like I haven't done a sat down podcast in a minute, but I got some tricks for y'all up my sleeve, man. Got a new studio. I ain't told nobody, but y'all the first ones to know on the Flywheel Foundation page, Flywheel Podcast. I got a new studio. Gonna have some chairs up in that thing. It's gonna be fun. Gonna bring people in there. Y'all stay tuned. I'm at the crib now, but we're gonna have multiple places to record, to share, to have a great time, man. So y'all continue to share, continue to like, continue to subscribe to Who's Up Sports, subscribe to Fly 10 Foundation, stream Kane Lee. Be a good friend. I'll be a good fan of you. Send me topics, send me things to talk about. What do you want to hear? What do you want to see from me? Well, just talk to me. I just want to understand what's going on with the world and how y'all been living, man. Like I said, another episode with your main man, Floyd B. Don't let your phone control you. Try to control it. Prayer, focus, and definitely stuff and meditation. Be good for me. It's your main man, Floyd B. Out this thing. Peace.